It's a bunch of cowards. They're hiding behind the civilians.
Now at 6, what President Biden is saying as Israel prepares for a ground invasion of Gaza.
I can't even imagine anybody to do that to a child.
How a boy's murder in the U.S. could be linked to the conflict in the Middle East.
Plus, your taxes are finally due today. We have important reminders from the IRS.
Fog is joining us yet again to kick off our Monday morning, mostly along the coast from Del Mar down through the South Bay. Could be a daily opportunity with that, but temperatures are also going to be warming up as we head through the rest of the week. It's 6 a.m. on Monday, October 16th, and you're up with CBS 8.
This morning, the Israel-Hamas war is expected to escalate with a looming Israeli ground invasion of Gaza. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. Glad to have you here with us. More Israeli ground troops have moved closer to Gaza. Military officials say a Hamas commander was killed over the weekend by airstrikes. Meantime, the number of people in Israel killed after Hamas's attack has grown to 1,400 people. That includes 30 Americans. 13 other Americans remain unaccounted for. And more than 2,700 people have been killed by retaliatory Israeli airstrikes in Gaza.
This morning, Israel is denying reports that it agreed to a ceasefire to allow humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. President Biden spoke about the conflict in a 60 Minutes interview.
Would you support Israeli occupation of Gaza at this point?
I think it'd be a big mistake. Look, what happened in Gaza, in my view, is Hamas and the extreme elements of Hamas don't represent all the Palestinian people. And I think that it would be a mistake for Israel to occupy Gaza again. But to going in and taking out the extremists, the Hezbollah is up north, but Hamas down south is a necessary requirement.
A U.S. official tells CBS News Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has invited President Biden to Israel. Moments ago, a cruise ship carrying Americans left Israel. Many were flown out over the weekend. Meantime, Israel's military says Hamas is holding 199 hostages. That's higher than previously thought. Coming up here at 6:30, we're going to tell you how civilians are using artificial intelligence and other technology to find the hostages.
He has no clue about these larger issues happening in the world, but he was made to pay for it.
This morning, authorities say the conflict in the Middle East may have led to the targeting and tragic killing of a 6-year-old Palestinian-American boy in Illinois. His mother was also stabbed and is in critical condition. Police say their 71-year-old landlord broke into their apartment and attacked the family. Police believe they were targeted due to their Muslim faith. The Department of Justice has opened a hate crimes probe, and now in a statement, President Biden expressed condolences to the child's family, adding, quote, "This horrific act of hate has no place in America." Here at home, some San Diegans calling attention to what's going on in Gaza. Groups held a rally, a pretty large one, right outside of the county administration building yesterday. There was also a group of counter-protesters in support of Israel.
We have become victims of a genocide, and we really need our world leaders, our U.S. leaders, our congressmen and women to actually look at this as a civilian issue, a humanitarian issue.
We're trying to clear and eliminate Hamas from being in power over there, not only for Israel, also for the Palestinian people. You know, they're controlling the Palestinian people by fear, by threatening them.
Now, supporters of Palestine called on San Diego officials to issue a public statement related to what's happening in Gaza.
Let's turn now to your taxes. They are finally due here today. A 6-month extension was given from the normal April deadline due to the severe storms we saw in the winter. CBS 8's Regina Yariza working for your wallet here. She has everything you need to know if you're going to be filing here today. Regina?
That's right. To avoid any late filing penalties, it is important that taxpayers pay and file no later than today. So here's what you need to know if you have not yet filed. Federal and state tax payments can be paid anytime today, but it has to be, again, no later than today. The California Franchise Tax Board encourages taxpayers to file their state tax return electronically, free of charge, using FTB's CalFile program. CalFile and a list of other free services are available on FTB's website. Taxpayers are also encouraged to use FTB's electronic payment option. By filing a state tax return, taxpayers can claim the California Earned Income Tax Credit and the Young Child and Foster Youth State Tax Credits if they meet income qualifications. Californians with an income of up to $30,000 might qualify and can provide cash back or lower any tax owed. A new state law allows FTB to grant individual taxpayers a one-time cancellation of a penalty for filing or paying their taxes late. To receive the relief, taxpayers must be compliant with all tax return filing requirements and have no outstanding tax liabilities. FTB encourages that you don't wait till after the deadline. For those filing their federal taxes, there are some key points to keep in mind while filing and paying federal taxes. Electronically includes electronic payment options. Taxpayers can pay when they file electronically using online tax software. Those who use a tax preparer should ask the preparer to make the tax payment through an electronic funds withdrawal from a bank account. There's also IRS Direct Pay. This feature allows taxpayers to pay online directly from a checking or savings account for free. An IRS online account is needed. Paying by card, payments can be made with a credit, debit, or a digital wallet option. There's also the IRS To Go mobile app. You can pay using your phone and it accepts debit or credit card payments. IRS Free File is available and lets only qualified taxpayers prepare and file federal income tax returns. It's available to any person or family with an adjusted gross income of $73,000 or less. Now, if you fail to file by today, the IRS will charge taxpayers a penalty. It's 5% and it is retroactive. If you want more information, you can head to CBS8.com. Just click the help button. I'm Regina Urita, CBS 8.
And be sure to stay tuned here. We're going to have a lot more tips for you in filing your taxes. We're going to sit down with a representative from the IRS coming up at 6:30.
And now this morning, a woman accused of attempting to hire a hitman to kill her estranged husband will be back in court. 42-year-old Tatiana Remley first made headlines in 2012 for her involvement in a failed multi-million-dollar horse show at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Now authorities say she hired a hitman between July and August, right around the same time she filed for divorce. In her divorce filing, she accused her husband of being physically and verbally abusive, but her estranged husband, Mark Remley, denies those allegations. It has now been 2 weeks since CARE Court took effect, and there have only been 15 petitions across California. 6 of those are here in San Diego, the highest amount than any other participating county. County officials say they expect the slow start. They do expect petitions for people who advise need help to pick up in the coming weeks and months. There is not much information available on the recent petitions, such as whether families were the ones who petitioned or was it first responders or behavioral health officials. There are not any court appearances that are scheduled.
This morning, health officials are reporting high traces of COVID-19 in Point Loma wastewater. Point Loma has reached the highest concentration of COVID-19 viral load in wastewater since August of 2022. Scientists measure the virus at treatment plants in Point Loma, Carlsbad, and the South Bay to track how the virus is transmitting and evolving. Parts of the virus can be detected in urine and stool and can be used as an early indicator for COVID-19 cases in the community.
There is no doubt in your mind, is there, that there are spirits in this house?
Oh, definitely. I think they'll always be here. I don't believe that they're going to leave. I think they're tied to this house.
That's footage from the CBS 8 archives of an interview with the director of the Whaley House back in 1984. The house has been around since 1856. It was the first 2-story brick building in San Diego.
It then was a home and then a theater. It also became a courthouse. So you just wonder the stories that have happened there, the spirits tied to it. It's now a museum. Many believe it's the most haunted house in America. And our very own Evan Nurani spending the night there tonight. So Evan, are you ready for this? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. So what my thing has always been, do I believe in ghosts? I do. I think I do. I really don't have much experience with them.
Sure.
But I always wonder, like, how much these ghosts really, like, want to be contacted,
Yes.
or like how easy is it really to summon those spirits? So that's what I'm curious about.
You're gonna
when
find
we
out.
Go in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, me and a
Tonight you're
photographer.
spending the night.
Into, and then 4:30 a.m.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we'll get to your live
with it.
reports.
We get to learn about the whole Whaley family that was living in that home
What
for about
happened
30
there?
years. Yeah.
A viewer just sent me pictures of the courthouse inside there, and she says that's a little spooky. So a little heads up about the courthouse.
I'm
There may
not
be some
spooked easily,
inmates
so I'm very
floating
curious,
around.
like what will
How
what
will
will
you
spook
feel?
me.
I mean, the spirits might.
Everything.
They might be trying now hearing this. They're like,
I know,
oh, it's
I'm
on, Evan.
a little uneasy,
Yes.
you know. So
That's
I
cool.
think
I'm glad
the
we're
whole
doing
point.
this. I'm looking forward to your
Yeah.
reports here.
And I mean, that's
what
the
you
thing is-
see or don't see.
Absolutely. Once I give you the little preview. We know that they're open for tours.
Yeah.
And it's a museum.
Busy
there,
time
so
of year for them.
Perfect time. Perfect time. It is spooky season. Feels a bit spooky out there when you look outside with all the fog that we've seen develop. Now through sunrise. Sunrise is in about 40 minutes. We're going to watch as that fog develops. Fog will start to lift closer to 7 a.m., around 8 a.m. too. Looking at your forecast for the day, I mean, we're on the heels of what was a gorgeous, gorgeous weekend out there. We're going to continue to enjoy beautiful conditions into this week. No major change in that forecast. As we get into Thursday, that's where it looks like our temperatures will peak, and then we'll start to see those temperatures decline into our upcoming weekend, so Saturday, Sunday timeframe. 78 this afternoon along the coastline, AM clouds, PM sun. As you start to make your way inland, we're moving toward more and more sunshine. So partly cloudy day inland. 85 is about the average afternoon high for our inland valleys, 84 across the mountains, and then 100 degrees out there for the deserts with a lot of sunshine. Live look outside, you can still make out some pockets of low clouds that we're working through. Sunrise is going to be at 6:53. You can see what those clouds look like. Oceanside is an area affected right now, about Del Mar down through the South Bay, and it looks like a majority of the South Bay is inundated with those clouds. So Imperial Beach and downtown are two spots that we are watching out for specifically. Afternoon highs, 68 for La Jolla, 83 for La Mesa, 88 for Santee and El Cajon. It's warm once you get farther east, but closer to the coastline, still pretty comfortable out there. Got a lot of 70s to note. You make your way up the coastline, 75 for Carlsbad, 81 for Vista, 87 for Escondido, and 85 this afternoon for Poway. Let's take a look at your border wait times. Time is 6:12 on the clock right now, and we'll start off by looking at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Right now, that Port of Entry, 75 minutes, same as Otay Mesa Port of Entry. They're both at about an hour, 15-minute wait, yeah, that seems to be the case. So, hey, if you head to cbs8.com/traffic, that can give you the latest on what our road conditions look like once you get into San Diego County, our major highways and all that. But for now, pretty mild start to our morning getting across those port of entries at Otay Mesa and San Ysidro. Back to you.
Evan, thank you very much. And still ahead here, FAFSA changes. We're helping you navigate what's new this year if your child is applying for federal student aid.
Plus, it's now easier for Mexican students to attend community college. Here, what a new law will do. And migrant children are entering schools across the country. The push to recruit more bilingual teachers.